Now at 9, Secret Service jumping into action after having a confrontation with an armed man overnight near the White House.
A potential government shutdown looms as House Republicans push forward a spending bill that's already facing strong opposition from Democrats. We'll have the latest from Capitol Hill coming up next.
Blue skies all across SoCal today, and temperatures will even be warmer than yesterday. But big changes coming this week. We'll talk about rain and mountain snow.
And twinning with your pooch. Experts reveal why you may choose to adopt a dog that resembles you. We'll explain, Doug.
King Charles' personal playlist, plus unreleased Tupac recordings at auction. The stipulations around the winning bid.
What if King Charles' playlist is totally not what you would expect?
Right.
You know, that's what would be funny.
Yeah.
What if it's
we'll
all
see.
Garth Brooks?
Or what if it's like Kendrick Lamar? Good morning and welcome to the Ktla Weekend Morning News at 9 o'clock. I'm Lauren Lister.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Megan Tellis. Can't wait to see the dogs and the look-alike dogs. I wondered, you know, Doug and his feelings, Casey, on his dog. He's like not really vibing with him.
They probably don't look alike.
Or maybe they do. Maybe they're too much alike.
I think it depends on who chose the dog. I don't know if it was him or Natalie. I think that has something to do with it, the science behind it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Hi, good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning, Casey.
Skiing happening behind you and snowboarding.
Yeah, mountain hike camera again. Sunshine for the mountains today, and just know we are expecting 1 to 2 feet of snow at those high elevations. So great news for our mountain resorts here in SoCal. We're expecting significant rain too as we head toward the middle and late part of this coming week. 54 for Los Alamitos right now. It's 53 in Santa Ana, 50 in Burbank, and 35 in Lancaster. And here's what temperatures this afternoon will look like. 76 in El Monte, 66 for Santa Monica today. 72 for Santa Clarita, 52 in Big Bear, and 75 for Temecula. Back to you.
Casey, thank you. Our top story this Sunday morning, an angry customer goes on a rampage at a CarMax dealership over in Inglewood.
Yeah, the driver drove through the dealership building, leaving a trail of destruction and injuring several people. KTLA's Jean Kang live in Inglewood with all those details. Jean, good morning.
Good morning, Megan and Lauren. Well, witnesses tell us that a CarMax customer just lost it, apparently because he was so unhappy with his car appraisal. He suddenly gets into his car, rams through the front door of this CarMax store in Inglewood. That's after he apparently punched a store employee. Several people were hurt. Mayhem unfolds at this Inglewood CarMax when witnesses say a customer full of rage slammed his car through the dealership's front doors. Michael Hernandez was out looking for a new car when he became a witness to this unimaginable image, capturing on camera the terrifying moments the driver crashes through the doors, hitting anyone in his path. Hernandez and others who saw the violence are now left shaken by the horrifying scene.
Once I walked around, I just started hearing people screaming, "Run, get out the way." And obviously I didn't listen. I ran towards it.
It doesn't happen around here that much. Not that kind of stuff. Shock.
Emergency crews say 8 people inside the dealership located at Glasgow and Olive Street were hurt, including employees and customers. This happened in broad daylight yesterday at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 victims were taken to the hospital in critical condition, but we are told this morning they are stabilized, so hopefully they will make it through. The driver managed to escape but was later found nearby by police and taken into custody. Take a look at this. CarMax sent us a statement saying, in part, the safety of our associates, community, and customers is our top priority. We are devastated by this incident, and our thoughts are with everyone affected. Back out here live, we know that CarMax managers and store owners are working with police during this ongoing investigation. I did call police this morning. They do not have an identification that they've released on that suspect, the driver who apparently just lost control and drove through this dealership, we're told, on purpose, but just devastating for those folks that have been hurt. Reporting live here in Inglewood, Jean Kang, back to you in the studio.
All right, Jean, thank you for the updates there. And now to this. An armed man was shot near the White House by U.S. Secret Service agents after a confrontation overnight. This right now, a live look at the White House. No one else was injured, we're told, in the shooting, which did take place around midnight. The incident happened about a block from the White House. In a statement, the Secret Service is revealing the armed man was suicidal. President Trump was in Florida at the time of the shooting. The shooting is being investigated by the Metropolitan Police Department's internal affairs team, and the man was taken to the hospital. We do not know yet in regards to his condition. We're not sure, but we will keep everyone posted.
And sticking to our nation's capital, President Trump pushing for a stopgap funding bill as we approach another government shutdown deadline.
Meanwhile, House Democrats are not supporting the proposed stopgap spending bill. KTLA's Omar Lewis is live in our news center this morning with more on the impending government shutdown. Omar, good morning.
Good morning, Megan and Lauren. With just days left to prevent a partial government shutdown, House Republicans are now unveiling this spending bill that aims to fund the government through September. But with no bipartisan agreement in sight, the measure is setting up a major showdown to take place in Congress. This 99-page bill, introduced on Saturday, boosts defense spending while cutting funding for non-defense programs, moves that Democrats have strongly opposed. House Speaker Mike Johnson is pressing ahead with a vote on Tuesday, banking on Republican support to push through the bill without Democratic backing. The measure includes boosts to spending on the military and provides nearly $500 million for immigration and customs enforcement. It excludes funding for thousands of local projects, and the bill does not include disaster relief funds for the wildfires here in California. It's not clear whether Republicans have the votes to pass the measure right now. Despite that, Democratic leaders have already signaled their opposition, saying they're troubled that this bill does not take steps to protect those programs like Social Security and Medicaid.
We're going to have growth. I'm not going to touch Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Now, we're going to get fraud out of there. You know, you see where I talk about it all the time. We have people 250 years old and all, you know, tremendous fraud.
House Republicans and Donald Trump have proposed the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. And they've also put a target on the back of Social Security and Medicare.
Republicans argue their plan is necessary to rein in spending, and they have the backing of President Trump, as you heard there, who urged unity among GOP leaders. But with Democrats controlling the Senate and opposing the bill, a shutdown remains a real possibility here. The GOP has a slim majority in the lower chamber. House Republicans can only afford to lose a single vote if lawmakers are all present. So the House is expected to vote on this bill again on Tuesday, but even if it passes, its fate in the Senate is still uncertain. With Friday deadline here quickly approaching, lawmakers have little time left to strike a deal. Of course, we'll continue following this story for you, but that is the latest for now. Live from the News Center, I'm Omar Lewis. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Omar, thank you. And now this video going viral. It was captured in Maine and shows giant foot tracks in the snow. Now some are questioning if the tracks were left behind by none other than Bigfoot. The video quickly grabbed the attention of one reporter online, prompting him to share his thoughts, and he says the tracks are not suspicious at all. He claims the strides and steps are simply just too small, and the trail does not look disturbed enough to justify a giant creature roaming through it.
So I've walked through the snow before. Like when you walk in the snow or even in
With a
sand
boot.
and you have a boot, like it shoves like the sand and the
All
snow
the way
forward.
in.
So it makes it look like your footprint is actually bigger. So yeah, I'm not buying that.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
I can
Bigfoot
draw you
there.
a picture if you didn't see my explanation. But it happens in the sand too. Like all the pressure just, yeah.
You're moving forward and the
I don't think we even need your explanation to know that it's not Bigfoot.
Well, it could be. It says on the internet. Someone named Matt Moneymaker says maybe. I don't know.
right?
I mean, I don't know. Okay, the weather here is going to be, what do they call it? Chamber of Commerce weather again? Yeah, I don't usually say that. Other people do. but
Sometimes I say that.
That's what it's going
That's
to
a
be.
Laurenism.
It's a Laurenism,
you
but that's what it's
adopted
going to be
that.
today. Temperatures will actually be a little bit warmer than yesterday as well. Look, there's Bigfoot. Lauren.
Oh, exactly. See, it's the perfect size.
Oh, this
Lauren
is...
also just said the cat's meow in commercial break, which I'm like,
You are aging. You sound like a
That
old lady.
grandmother.
Yes, you
The
do.
cat's meow back in the day.
Okay, so this is Mountain High. Look at everybody out enjoying the slopes this morning. Just know, good news for these resorts, we're going to get more snow as we head into the middle toward the end of the week. 50 right now in Riverside. It's 52 in Long Beach, 51 in Van Nuys, and 41 in Palmdale. And air quality, good to moderate for everyone again today. The winds will just be breezy for most of us this afternoon, but anywhere that we see the yellow, those are gusts 20, 25 miles an hour. So some of the desert and mountains, you guys will see that. Tomorrow afternoon, Ojai, Frazier Park, I-5 corridor, you guys will see the strongest winds. Desert and mountains, you guys will see those gusts around 20, 25 miles an hour, becoming a bit more widespread in the evening. And then by Tuesday morning, strong gusts start picking up for the mountain communities, and we'll see some 20, 25 mile an hour gusts pretty widespread for the rest of us as we start to see the showers moving in. So nothing on here today because, again, sunshine in the forecast. Tomorrow, though, even if you wake up to clear skies, just know it'll be partly cloudy by the afternoon. Monday night into Tuesday, here comes round one. This, of course, depending on where this storm tracks. If it goes to the south, we won't see much rain. If it nudges a little north, we'll see more rainfall. So ask me again tomorrow. I'll be a lot more confident in what we're going to get. As we head into Tuesday afternoon, we're going to continue to see scattered showers, which could be heavy at times. Snow levels starting at about 5,500